Alright, so we're going to take a look at the Nintendo 64. Here it is. This was Nintendo's successor to the Super Nintendo when they went 32 to 64-bit. So you've got the 4 controller ports, 4-player support. You've got the reset button there. You got the power switch here. On the back, you've got the place for the power to go into, big power brick thing there. And then you've got the AV. It uses the same AV connector as the Super Nintendo. So that's handy. And then on the bottom, you've got the expansion slot. And that was for the, I presume was for the N64 DD. That you may or may not know did not come out in America. However, Metal Jesus does have a prototype that is an American model, which is really cool. But otherwise, it only came out in Japan. Oh, and this slot here houses either the jumper pack or, in this case, the memory expansion pack, which is required to play some N64 games to give it that extra RAM boost. And this system is actually the same one, and it's going to be really hard to see. And you actually can't see it because it blends in, but ouch. But this is the one that I modded the cartridge slot on, so it'll actually accept, as far as I'm understanding, any region of game. So it's region free, so it's pretty cool. Okay, I think it'll play American and Japanese games. I don't think it'll play PAL, but it's still pretty handy and neat to have. If you wanted a N64 game, you can get a Japanese copy. So the controllers that came out for it, I got one here. This is the standard gray model controller. I'm going to unwrap it here so you can see it a little bit better. Come on, here we go. Okay. So you got the thumbstick there. You've got the start button. You got the A and B buttons, the C buttons there, D-pad, and then you got the Z button right here. This slot here, they brought a lot of accessories out for this that go in the controller, like the Pokemon Transfer Pack, which allows you to put the Pokemon games and other Game Boy games that support the Transfer Pack with the N64 games to be able to use Game Boy games with the N64, so it's kind of cool. Other accessories that came out were the Rumble Pack, the Memory Pack, and a Motion pack as well. So you can actually use a motion. This is a motion controller. I actually gifted a motion controller pack set to Metal Jesus a couple years back at PRG. Kind of wish I kept it. but still kind of cool. Kind of cool to see. Oh, there's the LR buttons there as well. So I do have one other controller, and this is actually the controller I prefer to play with. I don't actually like this controller that much. The controller I prefer to play with is the SuperPad 64 Plus. So you've got the analog stick there, the start button, A, B, C's, D-pad, L and R, and of course the Z button right there. I prefer this controller because it just ergonomically just feels better in the hands. It feels way better in the hands. And it doesn't feel gimmicky. It feels really good. And it's also got, like I said, the same accessory port there. So it's kind of cool. Also, the cable on this is a lot longer than on this one. I do have a couple of N64 controller extension cables. I just don't have them here for purposes of the video here. But I do have those, which are really nice to have. So what I've got here is the Game Shark. Moving on to actually one of the accessories I own. Game Shark here. And so this goes in here. And the game goes on top. So moving on to the games here. I'm going to go no particular order, really. So we've got the first game being Mission Impossible. Picked this up at PRGE for, I think, $1. So can't go wrong there. Here's what it looks like. Okay, next game we have is Ridge Racer 64.
3 laps to go.
Great racing game. Again, I think I picked that for like maybe $3 at PRGE last year. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil.
Greetings, Turok. I am Adon. The elders of the lost land, known as the Lazarus Concordance, have charged me with the task of guiding you on your quest to stop the Primogen.
Great first-person shooter game on the 64. This game does require the expansion pack to play. We've got another great racing staple in the 64, Wave Race 64.
Ready for the first race. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. Not bad. Nice. Okay. Nice.
Great racing game. Okay, got a couple more games here, not too many. A game you gotta have. You gotta have it, you got a 64, and that is Super Mario 64. Great game. Launch title. And we've got Goldeneye 007. Great first-person shooter. Another staple, I feel, that needs to be in every 64 collection. We've got 007, The World's Not Enough.
Excuse me, sir. Please remove your firearm.
And yes, this is the gray variant. There's a blue variant and a gray variant. Last couple times I've owned this, it's been the blue variant, so kind of cool to have the plain gray. I think the plain gray is less common. So pretty cool to have that. Great sequel to a great to the previous game. And this game, I've shown gameplay of this before. I actually purchased this game from John Riggs at his booth, I believe it was last year at PRGE. Sorry, not last year, the year before, because we're in 2021 now, so I apologize. But that is Goldeneye with Mario characters. This is a ROM hack that was put out, and John Riggs put the ROM onto a ROM PCB and made a cartridge and put a sticker on it. So this is pretty much GoldenEye 007, but with Mario characters. All the characters were replaced with Mario. It's pretty awesome. One thing to note is you do have to have the expansion pack to play this game. It will not boot. It will go to it'll show the title screen, and then it'll hit start. It'll just go to a black screen, and the music will play. You have to have a expansion pack to play this game. So, and this is what this game looks like. Okay. So, that is a look at my N64 collection. Not too many games, but definitely more than I have for the Sega Saturn. And, yeah. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing. As always, till next time. Take care and happy gaming.